Hi, I'm David Cope. I'm a family physician working with Ogden Clinic at the Cope Family Medicine in Bountiful. And I've been a vaccine science fellow and work with the pertussis working group at the ACIP. I know there's been a lot of questions and uncertainty about the J&J vaccine among women especially. That occurred really from the time that it came out, but then there was a pause in the vaccine release, allowed them to gather all the data, look at the data, and make sure that they were okay to continue to be released. They certainly didn't want problems to occur while it was continuing to be given, and so that pause gave them a chance to look through all the data. And it was just about 10 days later when they released it and said, yes, there was a bit of a concern that, especially in women between the ages of 20 and 45, that there was a higher risk of this, it's called TTS, or a condition where the platelets are broken down and blood clots can form. And it can be a severe condition. Fortunately, it's extremely rare. In 12 million cases of the vaccine being given now, there's been about 10 where there's been that blood clot is enough to give some pause. And so the vaccine was released again with the caveat that women who have a choice of getting any of the three vaccines, they may want to choose a Pfizer or Moderna over J&J. There are questions about the vaccine hesitancy. I hear many different specific concerns. One of them is that it was just pushed through too fast, that there were steps that were skipped. But I can say that there were no steps skipped. Instead of doing one thing after another, like a normal 7-year or 10-year plan would be to get a vaccine approved, they did them concurrently. The Operation Warp Speed gave the financial backing, so instead of doing one thing, making sure financially they were solid that they could go on to the next, they had the guarantee that they could do them concurrently. And that really only happened because all those steps were done, all the safety measures were taken, all the research was done, and they were done all at the same time, so we know that it would be safe and effective. We are often asked about herd immunity and when are we going to get to herd immunity. We know that generally speaking, the herd immunity is going to happen about 75 or 80%, but it's not a light switch that turns on or off. It's more of a dimmer switch that we're still going to be living with this for years to come. We're still going to have areas because of the different variants of the virus that come up and because of different pockets where there's less vaccine coverage. We're still going to have some transmission of the virus. We really hope that as many people get the vaccine as we can get, that will markedly diminish the ability of the virus to go on to someone else, and in doing so become a new variant, because that's really through viral replication when changes occur that we get new variants. And so the more people that are vaccinated, the fewer of those variants we're going to have. We're excited to be able to give the vaccine in the clinic. I know that the Utah Department of Health's plan is for that to happen on a widespread basis. And so there are many, many other clinics that are going to be offering the vaccine as time goes on. Right now, at Cope Family Medicine, you can walk in anytime and get the COVID vaccine in the mornings up until about noon. And then in the afternoon, you can make appointments. Like anybody else, once we open a vial, we have to use all 10 doses. We don't want to waste any doses. And so we're just concerned about a vial later in the afternoon and not using up all the doses. But if you come in a group of 10, we'll open a package for you. There's a lot happening with the COVID vaccine and with COVID. We've learned from the last year and a half that things change rapidly. So even things I said today may be different tomorrow or in a few days, and we all recognize that. We've learned how to be flexible and to go with the flow. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us or go to ogdenclinic.com for more information or the updated information.